Introducing Sherry Allison, my friend Sherry, whose last name is my first name. We are good buds, and Sherry has been a nurse for 18 years, and she spent 17 of those years caring for people with cancer. She herself has had an incredible journey back to health from some of the challenges that she's struggled with her immune system. So I really cannot wait for you guys to hear what she has to share with us tonight. Welcome, Sherry. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for taking the time to join us tonight. In the Healthy Living Revolution, we are a community of people who have decided to take healthy back. And I'm so blessed to be part of this community and honored to speak tonight and just share a little bit about my background and my journey and what I've learned along the way. So it is an honor and a privilege to be speaking. We do not take your time lightly. We don't want to waste your time. And so we know that you show up for things that are important to you. So thank you for showing up. So we are learning tonight how to make one simple change in your health that will really impact your immune system and a lot of different parts of your health. So let's start first. This is a huge trending health topic right now. Considering everything that's going on in the world, as you know, with the virus and everything. So we are excited to learn about some of the causes. Does somebody have background noises? Can you hear that? Or is that me? It just seems like a lot of background. Okay, thank you. So we are unhealthy. It is no wonder because 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer. 1 in 3 will have diabetes by the year 2050. 1 in 5 children are obese, and our children are actually harmed by poor diet than exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. I've been a nurse for 17 years, and as Allison also I've been on Las Vegas, and I've actually seen numbers of people getting cancer rise over these 17 years.
Sherry,
yes.
Mute yourself and unmute yourself again and see if the background goes away because we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, so what I was saying, thank you, Mary. What I was saying was over the past 17 years, I've just seen people get younger and younger with cancer. So this topic of immune health, while it's very important for the times that we're living in with the virus, it's very important for cancer too. So thank you guys for listening in tonight. So why are we getting sicker? Because our environmental toxins are increasing. We have pollution, water contaminants, prescription and over-the-counter drugs, pesticides and chemicals, skincare products, hair care products, and plastics. And all of this, whether we put it on our skin or whether we ingest it, is just getting in our bodies. The other thing is leading to poor health is our food quality is decreasing. More than 50% of what Americans eat today is actually processed. And that's from a study from 2016. So it's very current data. There are a host of chemicals in our processed foods. Synthetic, they're GMO, trans fats, they're less nutrient dense. They have artificial colors, growth hormones, pesticides, emulsifiers, flavor enhancers, and preservatives. And because our produce is picked way too early, the last 2 days when it's bright and the most nutrition produce, they often pick 2 to 3 weeks, and then it's 50 to 80% of key nutrients before you even purchase it. So what can we do to be healthier? All things impact our immune systems in a huge way. Exercise, sleeping 7 to 8 hours to recover, managing stress. Stress is one of the #1 ways that you can decrease your immune system. So managing stress well is so important. Finding those activities and things that can help reduce your stress. Drinking more water, our bodies are 70% water. Using safer products, as I shared about all the chemicals in even cleaners and even cosmetics today. And eating real food. So let's focus on fruits and vegetables because experts agree that the most diseases are preventable with nutrition. So let's start with oxidative stress and accidents. So the bad news is that oxidative stress causes aging and disease. And the good news is that fruits and vegetables are full of antioxidants and they help protect the cells from oxidative stress. So if you look at this apple on the right-hand side, you'll see that the side that's been covered in lemon juice, which is obviously full of vitamin C and other antioxidants, is keeping that apple from breaking down and oxidizing. So that's why the news that fruits and vegetables are good for you. It's that they're so good for you, they actually save your life. So I was shocked when I found this out. We actually need to eat 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And athletes that are training even more. Right. So many for nutrition has had a chance.
Jerry.
Yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but you're having a connection problem.
Okay.
Would you like for me to go through these and maybe you can mute and come back?
I can turn on my hotspot real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, if
you want me to pick up
going.
here? Okay. So I am going to pick up where Sherry left off, and then you just let me know when you're ready to come back in. So if you hold up your fist, you know, you guys, this is a serving size of fruits and vegetables. Thank you, Joseph. I see you holding your fist up. That's the size of a serving of fruits and vegetables that we need. We need 7 to 13 a day. And if you're an athlete or a pregnant mama, you need even more than that. So we just need so many now because our produce is picked before nutrition is fully developed. Most of the time it's transported thousands of miles across the nation. And most of us just are not eating enough. So we're not only quantity, but quality and variety are very, very important on how many servings we get in a day. And I'm going to need you to go to the next screen because I don't believe I have access to that.
Okay, let's try it now. Okay.
You sound good now.
Can you hear me okay? Okay, great. Thank you so much, Allison. I'm sorry, technical. We always have some of these things pop up. So the difference between a multivitamin and a whole food is that a multivitamin has 20 different isolated synthetic vitamins in it, whereas an apple, for instance, has over 10,000 phytonutrients in it. And this on the right-hand side of your screen is just a list of just about 100 of them. So research has actually showed that isolated vitamins actually may do more harm than good. So we actually have several different things in our community here at the Healthy Living Revolution to support you on your journey. These are all free resources. Get a person invited on tonight so that you can get cookbooks and kids programs and awesome support online accountability groups. So I want to talk to you about a simple way that we bridge the gap in our nutrition. We do what we're supposed to eat every day and what we should eat every single day. It's called Juice Plus, and it's whole foods that are harvested at the peak ripeness so that the nutrition is intact. The produce is pulverized and not juiced. It is dried into powders at low temperatures to preserve nutrition. Plant powders are put into capsules and delicious chewables. And we also have a full spectrum omega blend using omega-rich algae, berries, and seeds. And this adds over 30 different fruits and vegetables to your diet every single day. Can you imagine what your health picture would look like if you flood your body with all these fruits and vegetables every day? And just think about it, which one of these have you even eaten in the past week? So I want to share with you about my story a little bit. 13 years ago, I started battling chronic fatigue, chronic infections, I had sinus infections and DMI, yeast infections, and it was not pleasant at all. I was turning 30 and I felt like I was turning 80. And in fact, I think most 80-year-olds felt better than I did. Over time, I started having to eat like a high protein diet, and that sort of began to deteriorate me even more to the point that I started battling anxiety, depression, and OCD to the point where it was very debilitating for me. When my friend heard my story, she shared this wonderful apology, and I'm forever grateful. I'm going to try not to get emotional because it absolutely changed my life. It's giving my life back. It is giving me my health back. And while I still have all the diagnoses, I don't battle the infections anymore. My energy level is good. It and anxiety and depression and OC are just like a blip on the radar, and not even every single day. So I'm so thankful. We don't say that juice plus cures anything, but there's not a single condition that can get at least improved upon by nutrition. So I want to share with you about our plant-based omega-3s. They are 100% plant-based.
Can I stop you one more time?
Yes.
We're having a hard time hearing you. Your story is so good, and I didn't want to interrupt you in the middle of it. I could get the gist of it. So maybe what we'll have you do is go back and share that in our Facebook page, if you could.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'd be happy to help you take. I don't know where you're putting your other people and everything, but I'd be happy to help you go through.
Let me just. You can just hold on for a second. Do you want to, Nicole, do you want to go ahead and share your story? There you go. I've got my hotspot secured now.
You sound okay right now. It's just in and out. So if you want to introduce Nicole, we can hear you fine right now. And then it cuts out again.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead, Nicole. Nicole is a pediatric nurse. I'm so thankful that she's able to join us tonight. So tell us a little bit about your background and why Juice Plus made sense to you.
Sure. Thank you so much for the introduction. And I'm so honored to be able to speak with you guys. So thank you for the opportunity for me to talk. So my name is Nicole Sargent. Can you guys hear me? Oh.
It's pretty quiet. I have my volume all the way up and I can hear you somewhat.
Okay. Is that better?
Is it better for anybody?
Okay. I had it on my iPad and it died, so I'm on my phone.
Okay, just speak as loudly as you can. I think that's better.
Okay.
Why don't we let Lisa Rottler tell her story and have Nicole find a headset, because we'll be able to hear if she wears a headset, because we can't hear her.
Okay.
Okay, Lisa, you're up.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. So I'm Lisa West. I am a wife, a mom, and a grandma. But my background is clinical laboratory science. I've worked in hospital and reference laboratories for over 25 years. But my story is, and why I chose Juice Plus, is I was looking desperately for something that might help my son Mark. And I'm going to breathe through this because every time I get choked up. Here I was, a healthcare worker, and I couldn't even help my own son. Mark caught every virus and had horrible allergies. He missed 20 days of school his freshman year, and I had no idea how I was going to get him through high school, let alone ever make it to college. You see, Mark had a learning disability, and missing school made matters a lot worse. Thankfully, I met my friend Mary, an OR nurse, who told me about the power of fruits and vegetables to help heal the body. And it just made sense to me. Not only that, but as a clinical laboratory scientist, I was blown away by the published research studies. I know how impossible it can be to get things published. And they had all of this huge body of research. So all of the research is compelling. But my favorite, and the one that is nearest and dearest to my heart, is the family health study. So this was an ongoing study for over 20 years. And it showed the benefit that people had from Juice Plus, and that it was stable and lasting. Over 1 million families have been helped. So this is what they found. When families have been on Juice Plus, the children, I probably disappeared, sorry about that. The children and adults aren't getting sick as often. They're not taking as many prescription meds, and they're not taking as many over-the-counter meds. Not only that, they're missing fewer days of work and fewer days of school. which made a big difference to me. And the best is they're more aware of their health. How cool is that? When you're aware of your health, you really focus and work. So my son Mark was a part of the family health study. And after Juice Plus, Mark only missed 3 days of school. He wrestled varsity. And he not only went on to graduate from high school, but he graduated from college. He's a strong, healthy man today. And he shares Juice Plus with everyone. And I'm pretty sure that Mark never misses his Juice Plus. So I'm just grateful that someone cared enough to share Juice Plus with me. Thanks, Mary.
So much for sharing. Can you guys hear me okay now? Can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me.
For now we can, yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go back into the presentation here. Thank you for bearing with us with the technology issues. So So let's go back to talk about our omega blend. So a lot of people need an omega supplement because there's no way they can eat enough fish in a week's time. And all of our cells are made out of these omega fatty acids. And so they're 100% plant-based, they're pure and sustainable, they're full spectrum omegas, they're cold pressed, and they're vegan. So, so important for your heart, brain, eyes, joints, and skin. So I want to talk to you about another easy way to get more fruits and vegetables in your diet. The company, we have a very small product line, but the second option here would be our complete shake. It has 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber. It's low glycemic, which stabilizes your blood sugar. It's vegan and it's made with non-GMO ingredients and it's gluten and dairy free. So also, it is made with soy, and unfortunately, soy's gotten a bad rap in recent years. But we actually use the whole soybean, and it's minimally processed, and it's the best and most balanced defense against disease. So on the left is what the standard American diet is, and on the right is how we should be eating. And so Juice Plus is there to bridge that gap. It is a food, not a vitamin. It is a food label. It is vegan, kosher, dairy-free, gluten-free, again, made with non-GMO ingredients. It's also NSF certified, which means that it's a third party that comes in to look at our products to make sure that there's no pesticides, chemicals, mold, metal, anything like that. What's on the label is actually what's in the product, which is an awesome certification. And it is the most researched brand name nutritional product in the world. We have over 35 peer-reviewed published clinical studies. Juice Plus is not just about treating or curing conditions or diseases. It is simple, healthful, plant-based nutrition, highly concentrated, and it is supported by over 20 years of independent clinical research. So this is what stood out to me the most, because the same process that a drug comes to market that we give somebody with cancer, it's the same process that we have put our Juice Plus through this rigorous, high standard clinical research. And you could see on the previous slide all the different universities that have studied it. And this is what the research has shown. It's not just one or two things, it's multiple supporting healthy lung and skin and gut and immune system, which is what we're talking about tonight, contributes to cardiovascular wellness, supports a healthy inflammatory response, supports quality of life and healthy cholesterol, LDL, and triglyceride metabolism. So I'm going to turn it over to Nicole right now. Nicole, are you still there? Can you unmute yourself and share your background?
Yes, can you guys hear me now?
Yay. Yes.
Okay,
we can.
good. I logged on under my husband, so I think we got it figured out. So sorry about that. So my name is Nicole Sargent, and I am a nurse in pediatrics. I started my nursing in on the medical surgical floor, and I did that for about 5 years. And then I've been in the pediatric clinic for about 4 years. So with that being said, initially, whenever I started working in the pediatric office, you see a lot of sick kids. And with that, I also would get sick very frequently. And then I would bring it home to my children. Oh, and backtracking here, I am married. I have two beautiful little girls. Nora is 1 and Allie is 4. So what started my journey with Juice Plus was really my daughter. Allie was about 2 years old. And again, I worked at the pediatric office. I would bring all this nasty stuff home, and I wanted something to protect her. And if anybody has really done a lot of their research into other, well, more looking at multivitamins, which is totally different, I wanted something that was free of dyes and natural and food, where as a nurse, I know that the absorption and its food is where it's at. That's your body is going to absorb that the best. So anyways, I started our daughter Allie when she was 2, and we noticed less doctor visits. She was just healthier, and just in general, her mood, she was just a better kid. And with that also, she was obsessed with, the junk food. She did not eat well. And I noticed with her, she ate so much better after starting her Juice Plus. She loves fruits. She loves vegetables. The biggest thing that I noticed then, as she got older and going into preschool, where also there's a lot of the illnesses and colds and viruses, her preschool sent, in a week's time, they sent home every child except for 3, and she was one of those 3. Like, that blows my mind. That is amazing. So from there, I was sold way before that, but that's great. And then whenever she is sick, the turnaround time is very quick, 24, 48 hours. We try to prevent illness, but you're not going to prevent it altogether. But if you have something on board to battle it more aggressively, it's amazing. We love it.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Nicole.
Yes.
I am so thankful that your kids have gotten this in them at such a young age. That is such a huge blessing, and the foundation that you're building for their health for future generations is just incredible. So I'm so proud of you as a mama, and I'm so thankful that your kids have this. So tell us, what is your favorite research study in our huge body of research?
So with Juice Plus also, it's amazing all of the clinical research that is out there. And the specific one that I'm going to talk about tonight, one of my favorites, just talking about, the common cold and viruses, since I do work around that all of the time. So this specific one was published in 2010 in the British Journal of Nutrition. And it is the reduction of common cold symptoms by encapsulated juice powder concentrate of fruits and vegetables. So the Juice Plus, and it is a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial. So in the study specifically, what interests me is it looked at healthcare professionals and a large group, mostly of nurses and doctors that are in direct contact with patient care. So you're kind of on the front lines of contracting viruses and all of those things. So in the study, so looking at the common cold, so of course all the symptoms of the fever, congestion, upper respiratory, those types of things. What I took away from it, which was really amazing, and it did not look at preventative measures. It looked at when you actually contracted a virus or the cold, and what the effects were of the placebo group versus the Juice Plus group. And it showed that during that time of moderate to severe symptoms, it showed about a 2 whole days recovery earlier than the placebo group. So it was a 20% reduction in days of those moderate to severe symptoms it was a 6 month, well, it was eight months but 6 months they actually looked at the reduction in the symptoms. So I thought that was really amazing. It showed that the Juice Plus group, they were able to return to work earlier. They were also taking fewer days of over-the-counter medications, which is great, than the placebo group.
That's fantastic. And that's huge. I mean, 2 days of work, who wants to use 2 days of PTO to recover from an illness? I totally get it. So that's awesome. So I'm going to share my story again, just because I was breaking up. Can y'all still hear me okay? Can I have a thumbs up if you can hear me? Am I good? Okay. So I'm going to share my story again because it was cutting out earlier. And then I definitely want to share with you my favorite research study on Juice Plus. So my health challenges started about 13 years ago when I started to battle chronic fatigue, chronic infections. I had sinus infections and recurrent yeast infections. It was miserable and it was frustrating, and nobody could figure out what was wrong. Flash forward a few years and I was resigned to eating a high protein, low carbohydrate diet. I did that for several years, and that took its toll on my mental health. I started having anxiety, depression, and OCD. I was really kind of a basket case, and it in every single area of my life, and it was very debilitating. When I learned about Juice Plus, it was from a friend from college who saw my story on Facebook, and what had happened was she just like, I have to share this with you. And I was skeptical at first, but when I found out my kids could get it for free, I did not want them to deal with any of the health challenges that I had struggled with, and I would do anything for my kids. So I definitely signed them up on the Children's Health Study right away, so that they could get started on it. But it took my body a long time to heal. I didn't notice any changes for 8 months. And even then it was just craving greens, which is kind of not something that most people hope for. But over time, my body has healed. I've been taking Juice Plus for 4 years now. And it doesn't mean I don't have those diagnoses anymore. I just don't suffer with them to the level that I had in the past. And I actually, my immune system is so much stronger. There's so many more lists of diagnoses that I could to give you. But the point is, my body is so much healthier, and I'm forever grateful for this information. That's why we share it with people, because I think everybody has a right to know about this simple way to get more fruits and vegetables in your diet. Now, my favorite research study, because I'm a cancer nurse and because immune health was very important to me when I got started on Juice Plus, was published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2006. It was a double-blind, placebo-controlled, randomized study that looked at 59 healthy law students. They either consumed the fruits and vegetable blends, so just the green, which is all of 20 fruits and vegetables, or they got randomized to get a placebo. So half the group got the capsules and half of them got a placebo. When their blood was collected on day 1, day 35, and day 77, what happened was on day 77, they looked at the circulating T cells, which is your guys that are like the police officers. They go in, they kill the bacteria, viruses, and also they kill cancer cells. That's what their job is, to destroy cancer cells. So they also looked at cytokine production, lymphocyte DNA damage, antioxidant status, and they also looked at vitamin C levels and carotenoids. And what they found in just 77 days was that there was 30% more circulating T cells and a 40% reduction in DNA damage. The plasma levels of all the vitamin levels that they checked, vitamin C, beta carotene, lycopene, and lutein, were all significantly increased. And Dr. Richard Du Bois down here at the bottom says, there is nothing else available in any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. And that's just the simple fact of it. So let's go back to the Children's Health Study real quick. Lisa did such a great job. I'm so thankful that your son found this as well, or you found this for your son. Kids are missing less school, they're taking less medications, as she said, they're visiting the doctor less, and they are more aware of their health, they're eating more fruits and vegetables. So, and kids these days are getting sicker at a younger age with autoimmune. I can't tell you how many patients we have infusion at the cancer center now with autoimmune infusions, and they're just getting younger and younger. It's really saddens me. Our final product that I want to talk about tonight is our Tower Garden. It is the future of growing. You can grow your own produce on your patio or outdoors. It uses 98% less water, 90% less space. It yields 30% more, it grows 3 times faster, and it's safe and nutritious. This research was done compared to a soil garden at the University of Mississippi, obviously in optimal growing conditions. So we have an indoor and an outdoor model that you can use. And we've been growing on ours for 3 years. We love it. The kids walk by and eat greens off of it all the time. So we're thankful for that. And it's so nice and refreshing to have it in your home. So we also have a Shred 10 program. If you're looking to jumpstart your health, if you're looking for a program and you really have some health concerns that you really want to take control of, I strongly encourage you to look at our Shred 10 program. Ask the person who invited you on here about it. It's 10 guidelines. And while that seems like a lot, you're probably doing some of them already. So it incorporates our products, but it also, you get free coaching, you get free encouragement and cookbooks and support. And it's just an incredible way. My friends that have done the Shred with me notice more changes in a shorter amount of time. So I want to talk to you real quickly about how the Shred 10 works. It works through detoxification. So when you diet or over-exercise, what happens is your fat is actually enrobing toxins in the body to protect vital organs. And as you burn fat, if you don't detoxify, what happens is that those toxins build up, you make you feel worse, and then your body starts to reach out for anything and everything, and you begin to rebound to try to feel better. And obviously, oftentimes gain the weight back. So when we detox through our Shred 10 program, we're actually cleansing the body. And what happens is you're shedding the unwanted extra weight because you're actually getting rid of those toxins. So Juice Plus is affordable. It is just $2.50 per day to get the capsules, and that gives you 30 different fruits and veggies and berries. You can get a kid sponsored for free, ages 4 to 18, undergrad, college. And as long as they have a sponsoring an adult, and then you do surveys periodically throughout the first year and then annually. And then our shakes are just $2.33 per serving, which is really cheap compared to trying to eat something off of the dollar menu, which is totally unhealthy. And our omegas are $1 a day. And so for $4 or more, you can get a nice sugary fat-filled coffee at your favorite coffee shop, or you can use that same amount each day and invest in your health. So we invite you to join us by, number one, becoming a Juice Plus customer, just adding Juice Plus into your diet each and every day, flooding your body with the fruits and vegetables from over 30 different fruits and vegetables and berries. Step 2, you could become a partner, and you're probably already thinking of a couple people that this would make total sense to, kids with picky eater, or families that have kids with picky eaters in them, things like that. And you can actually help offset your own investment that way. And the company rewards you for sharing this. I don't know if you can go to Target and recommend a dress or something you bought there and get paid by Target. So it's a really awesome benefit that the company provides. Or number 3, you can earn extra income by sharing this gift of hope with other people. So we invite you to take a look at the company behind the products, because I feel like, number one, it's important to know, if you decide to get started, who you would be buying from and what this company means and why they've been around for so long. And number 2, because in this economy, a lot of people have lost their jobs, or maybe their hours have been cut back, or maybe their jobs have been eliminated, and they're looking for a second stream of income. They're looking for some supplemental income. And as we know, financial stress is kind of almost the worst stress. As we talked about earlier, stress weakens your immune system. So I want to share with you a little bit about our company. Since 1970, our mission has been to inspire healthy living around the world and to build a stable and lasting company that helps as many people as possible realize their dreams. Our product is unique. We already talked about that. There's nothing like it on the market. Our mission is unique. It's we're in over 20 countries now. We just opened in Mexico, which is super exciting. We are in the wellness industry, which is a hot topic right now. People are looking for answers. They're looking for ways to get healthier and to live in those golden years. I always say to my patients, it's not a funny joke, but they just talk about how I retired and then I got cancer. And I'm like, well, that's why they call them the golden years, because they cost so much to stay healthy. But we also know that prevention, investing in prevention is way cheaper than investing in sick care. So our business model is unique. For only $52 a year, you can have your own virtual franchise. You can work from anywhere. It's a small product line that is thoroughly researched. It provides consumable products, so people are reordering, and it's also supplemental income. You don't have to keep any inventory, which I love. You're not shipping things out. The company does all of that for you. It's a very low overhead, and they do all the business websites, personal websites, and all of our commission levels are permanent. You don't have to make a certain quota. You can just share as you do life. And that's what I love about this, because I'm a busy mom and a full-time nurse. The benefit package are available for our upper leadership positions, and they provide full medical, dental, vision, life, long-term disability insurance, chiropractic care, family tuition reimbursement, and a monthly expense allowance, which I don't know of any other network marketing company on the market that even offers this. And from what I hear, they're better than what I can get even as a nurse. So that's exciting that they provide that. So we have all the qualities of the top business opportunity here. So if you're looking for something, and even if you're not, if you know somebody who this would make total sense to, we ask and we encourage you to reach out and connect them to the person who invited you on tonight. So let's talk about how our company gives back. We work with such a generous company. They are always looking for ways to help us be successful, but they're also giving back to the community. They are the Title I sponsor for the St. Jude's Memphis Marathon Weekend, which is the largest one-day fundraising event for St. Jude, which is coming up here. So if you want to do the virtual run, get with the person who invited you on. They also have provided a tower garden. They pledged to provide a tower garden to every single Boys and Girls Club in North America, which is awesome to help our kids learn how to grow. And the Juice Plus company is donating 10 million complete meals through the the Volunteers of America and the Children's Hunger Fund. So if you want to join our mission, we encourage you, because it's so easy. You do it as you live your life, letting people know, like you would share a good book or a great movie. You just share on social media, and you share the education and connect them back to the person who shared it with you. It is that simple, and anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. What I love is that the amount of your Juice Plus earnings is a direct reflection on the number of people that you are helping. Now, we don't make any income claims, and this business is not for everyone. And this mission, everybody can do it. And the harder and smarter you work, the more you can earn. So we invite you to join us in inspiring healthy living around the world. What would you like this business to do for you? What are you looking for? Are you looking to make a difference? Are you looking for a career change? Are you looking to cover a car payment? Or maybe enjoy more time and financial options? Maybe you don't have any room in your budget for a vacation and you want to take your family on a vacation. This business can help you do that, and giving back simply that are important to you. So Nicole, can you unmute yourself and tell us why you decided to join this mission?
Yes, thank you. So I decided to become a partner. First of all, I wanted to get the 10% back on the product that I was ordering. So that just made sense to me. And I already had several people in mind that I knew that I wanted to share it with. So that right there just sold me on taking that route. And if I can compensate really just the cost of my Juice Plus would be, first of all, amazing. But beyond that, if I could, pay a few bills or take a vacation, have extra money to do those things with my family, that is really, really important to me. But more than anything, making a difference in other people's life and sharing wellness with those people that I do care most about. So yeah, it made sense for me to do that.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that you are joining us in this mission. And Lisa, what about you? Why did this mission make sense to you? Why did you want to join us?
Oh, Sherry, I pretty much felt a moral responsibility. I had to share Juice Plus. I worked with kids with cancer when I first got out of college and blood disorders for a long time. And my own son suffered. And so I just didn't want to see any other kiddos suffer. So once Mark started getting healthier, I was so excited. I'm like sharing with everybody. And one of my very best friends in the world, I called her and said, Patty, you've got to try this. It's wonderful. And she said, I know, we've been on it for years. And I was so upset. I'm like, no. And I thought, my son, Mark, his life could have been so much different had she shared it with me. So right there, I knew I just had to tell everybody.
That's
and then
awesome.
the last thing is, once I've been sharing for a couple of years, I had a customer call me. And she said, Lisa, I just really want to thank you. Her granddaughter hadn't been to the ER for 6 months. And I was just like, okay, great. You know, that's wonderful. I'm so excited. And she said, you don't understand. She's 11 years old and that's the longest she's gone in her entire life.
Wow.
She has a serious blood disorder. And, you know, how can you not share it?
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. And I love the stories that come back to me as well. I initially, can you hear me okay? I'm paranoid now. I initially said yes to this mission because I wanted to just cover the cost of our products. I didn't ever want us to be without it because the kids were getting sick less and my health was improving. And when I got into the community and really learned about what it was that I could build with this side hustle that I'm doing, working full-time as a nurse, and security is very important to me. And I want to build this because I think people need to know about it, but I also want to build this for my family to have a backup plan. I feel like an ant. Ants work all summer and fall to store up for winter. And that's what I want to do. I want to pay this forward. I want to help people get healthier, but I also want to have my family's financial interest. And I love that every dollar we make is a life getting healthier. I can't say that for where I work at the cancer center. I get paid every time I go to work, but that doesn't mean that every single person's having great outcomes. So I really am so thankful to be part of this mission in this community. We have so much fun together, and there's so much learning that takes place. We've just scratched the surface really on what the body can do and what fruits and vegetables can do in the body. And we have an upcoming event coming up on October 30th. If you are a healthcare worker or medical professional and you know of somebody who is, we have an opportunity for continuing education where you can come on October 30th. If you can't be there that day, you can actually watch the recording back, and it's going to be an amazing opportunity to learn more about what we're finding in the world of nutraceuticals, which is nutrition, using fruits and vegetables to prevent and go after diseases. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for hanging in here with all the technical difficulties. I'm so thankful that it worked out. And thank you, Lisa and Nicole, for sharing your stories and for continuing to share the good news that fruits and vegetables can help our bodies. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Y'all can
Thank you, guys.
and tell our speakers thank you. They were outstanding.
Yes.
A lot of great.
Yes. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Very excellent.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Sherry, outstanding, babe, outstanding. Nicole, Lisa, great job.
Thanks, Mary.